Welcome back to the channel, and I am back in the sunny UK, and I'm back in the dealership today, mainly because I have just been asked by a good friend of mine to market and sell this absolute beast and beauty of a Porsche Cayenne GTS. It'll be going live soon, but before we get started, here's a little video of that Porsche Cayenne GTS that we've been working on. So I hope that you liked that little intro video. Excuse the noise. I'm in my van. I've took the bulkhead out. Going off subject, but I absolutely love this van. Maybe might even show it on the channel actually someday. But it's Ford Transit MSRT. Absolutely love it. But I've took the bulkhead out because I've got dog cage in the back, so I can get my dogs in, I can go out anywhere, I can do what I want, go where I want, put my bikes in. It just ticks all the boxes. In fact, everyone was taking the mick when I said I'm getting a van. Everyone was like, he won't stay with a van. No chance is he going to stay with a van. But obviously I've proved the point wrong on that. But yeah, getting back to it, hopefully you like the video of the Porsche Cayenne GTS that we've just had land. It's an absolute beast. Really, really nice car. But more pressing, I've been getting loads of messages. So we've been back in the UK now for a few days, back from Mallorca. I'm getting loads of messages from people. Obviously, we've got inflation rates rising, cost of energy, cost of fuel, been going on for a while. Car prices have hiked up massively, and now I'm getting questions: is the used car market going to crash? I think that there's a few different bits to look at in this situation, and in the short, without going around the houses, the used car market isn't going to crash. It just won't. There's no new car supply still. We're really struggling to get new car supply, new van supply, whatever it may be. So the market isn't going to crash. We've started to see a softening in the marketplace. The demand has started to come back to probably pre-COVID times. So is it going to crash? No, it's not going to crash. There has been a softening. Prices have laid off, and also what's really important here is, like, if you're looking in supercar category, then some supercars, dependent on what it is and how readily available it is, how many there are, they are still actually solid investments for a lot of supercar owners. If you're looking at higher priced ticket items, there's some cars, for instance, the Cayenne GTS, you can't get them. There's like, a plate either side on that vehicle. On Auto Trader, there's 11 in the country. Go and order one with mega spec from Porsche. It's gonna be hard work. It's gonna be hard work for you to get that car. Coming down from that, I mean, that's 106, 107 grand. coming down from that, you know, if you're looking 50s plus, again, there's still demand out there. You can't get new cars. It has softened, but we are not, in my prediction, we're not going to see a crash. We might see some downward movement in certain makes and models. You know, certainly we've seen softening in the market of certainly 15 grand plus in certain cars, which there's plenty of availability for. If you've got something that's a specialist type car and there's not a lot of availability, they're still doing strong money. And if it's clean, it's got great service history, it's been looked after, they're still doing good money. And 10 grand sub is exactly the same story. If it's a clean car with full service history, they're still doing great money. So in short, the used car market isn't going to crash, I don't think, anytime soon, because the supply just isn't there. You know, it's the same as, like, you know, there's a lot of questions being asked about watches, Rolexes and stuff like that. You know, they still seem to be doing well, and the demand seems to be there, and certain makes and models, you know, there's always going to be a demand. If there's a make and model that is readily available, there's hundreds to choose from out there in the marketplace, it's not hard to go out and get, and there's loads of comparisons, then yes, we are going to see some movement. But in general, good quality used car stock, used van stock, whatever it may be, is just not available. So let's not sort of keep it into one area. You know, it's quite easy to sort of niche it down and go into one particular area of the market. But, you know, we're still struggling to buy good quality stock at the right money because it is doing big dough. And there's not a lot of it in the marketplace. And when I say good quality stock, I don't mean 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100 grand's worth of car. I mean 5 grand's worth of car that's good quality used stock is still difficult to buy. So overall, an overall picture in the market is that good quality stock is still hard to come by. You can still get good money for it. You know, there's changes in interest rates with the lenders. Bank of England base rate has changed. You know, we're getting notifications. Some of the lenders are tightening their belts. You know, it depends on the dealer. We've renegotiated, keeping the same kind of terms, but it comes down to the lender and their criteria and where they're seeing where the market is going. Money is getting more expensive for them as well. However, there's not a lot changing in terms of used car prices. They aren't really moving down at a massive pace. So if you are in the market to buy a used car, nothing really has changed. If you've got a good quality car to part exchange in, then that's going to do the job too. The only thing, like I say, the biggest thing actually that is changing is, you know, lenders, criteria, finance rates, but it depends on where you're buying your vehicle from. We've renegotiated, like I say, the same terms, the same APRs. It just means that we might make a little bit less more money, which is not ideal from a dealer's point of view. But other than that, the market's slowed down a little bit in terms of consumer demand. I think some people are getting a little bit more cautious. We are seeing people down trade. So, you know, people are thinking about the pennies a little bit more, and it really depends what type or what part of the market that you're in. And if you are looking to change. You know, there's nothing to say where prices are going to be next year. Hopefully we'll start seeing some new car supply. That's what we're all hoping. Even in the used car market, because it means more more quality used cars become available, and that just makes the job a bit more pleasant and a bit easier, if I'm being totally honest, because we're having to work so much harder to find the stock that we want. And if anyone follows me on any social channels, Instagram or whatever, you'll see on my, you know, some of my stories where I'm trying to buy from auction, trying to buy from privates, everything else, it's been a hard time buying cars. I'm still finding it hard to buy cars at the right money. Good quality cars. Good quality cars. So if you are selling a good quality car that's got good service history and is in nice condition, I would love to hear from you, because we would be a buyer. And you can get in touch with me via any way you want. Social media, you can contact the branch at Motor Connect. The team will take your details. But yeah, if you follow me on Instagram, it's at Stephen Corwood, you'll see in some of my stories where I'm bidding. Like last week, bidding all week, trying to buy cars. Hardly bought any motors whatsoever. Managed to buy 5 or 6. That was it in the week. Luckily, we've brought some nice part exchanges in, but we are low on stock. So yeah, that hopefully, without me ranting on too much and getting the violin out, explains that, you know, there isn't a used car market crash. There is some softening. There is certain makes and models that are becoming more available, and therefore that does make a change. We have seen some price decreases here and there, but if you look back over the last 12 months, they're still in a better position than where they were 12, 18 months ago. So that's good news for anybody that's looking to either sell it or worrying about whether to wait for it. So no one really knows what's going to happen, but one thing that is for certain, there is a lack of new cars, and we're getting told there's still 52 weeks to 18 months waiting lists on a lot of cars that have, you know, from a lot of manufacturers coming out the factory, and that is a problem. So used car prices can't move that much. They can move, but they can't crash. By saying crash, you know, 30-35% we've seen increase in used car prices. I can't see that happening this side of this year, where used car prices are going to crash out that far. So long and short of it is, I don't think there's going to be a used car market crash, and hopefully that puts your mind at ease if you are in the market. Finance is something that you need to consider, and if you are looking to change, maybe speak to the dealer that you're looking to deal with, and make sure that you're getting the best deal. They will be keen to secure your business on finance. It's common knowledge. Cash used to be king years ago. Finance now helps us pay the bills. So yeah, hopefully that covers used car prices, van prices, whatever else is going on out there. So I've just got back home, but I thought I'd show you the Transit, my Transit van. It's an MSRT. Give you a quick look at it. That's it. She's an absolute beauty, honestly. It's a bit of a mess in the back actually at the minute. I say a mess, it's just got kids' seats and stuff all over the show. But I've just got back and I thought, actually, I'm not going to keep it from everyone. Double cab, family bus, loads of space in the back, does everything. I might actually put it on the channel at some point and say why I love driving this MSRT, but I'm going to